morning, Kipsters. I am here in my floppy hat, my apron, my gloves, and I even have some materials like a shovel because we are going to be learning about something brand new in Read Aloud this module. We finished up learning about all those continents, and now I need to show you something. Do you know what these things are? What do you think these are? Oh, you think they might be seeds? You're right. These are seeds. And in Read Aloud, we are going to be learning all about plants and seeds and flowers to learn about how they grow. First, we're going to watch a video to learn about what plants need so that they can grow. And then we're going to read a really cool book. Let's start with our video.
The needs of a plant.
For a plant to stay alive, it needs 5 things I would not lie. It needs water so it can grow. And it needs soil just like so. Plants need space, they can't be tied. The sun helps plants by giving life. Don't forget to give plants air. Repeat the needs if you dare. Need 1, water. Need 2, soil. Need 3, space. Need 4, light. Need 5, air.
A plant.
Okay, so we just heard about the 5 things that a plant needs to grow. It needs sun, it needs space, it needs soil, it needs, water, and it needs, did we say sunlight? Sunlight, water, soil, space, and air. Now, at the end of this book, I am going to plant these 2 seeds with all of my gardening materials. But before we do that, we are going to practice reading this book called The Tiny Seed. This book is written by Eric Carle, and he's going to teach us all about what plants need to grow. Now, when we read this book today, I want you to listen for what the plants need. Maybe you hear the same things from the video and what they don't need. This book is called The Tiny Seed by Eric Carle. It is autumn. A strong wind is blowing. It blows flower seeds high in the air and carries them far across the land. One of the seeds is tiny, smaller than any of the others. Will it be able to keep going with all the others? And where are they all going? There's the tiny seed right there, smaller than all the others. One of the seeds flies higher than the others. Up, up it goes. It flies too high and the sun's hot rays burn it up. But the tiny seed sails on with the others. Can you find the tiny seed? You got it right there. Another seed lands on a tall, icy mountain. The ice never melts, and the seed cannot grow. The rest of the seeds fly on, but the tiny seed does not go as fast as the others. Kipsters, why can't this seed grow on the mountaintop? Yeah, because the ice doesn't melt and it's too cold for that seed to grow. Now they fly over the ocean. One seed falls into the water and drowns. The others sail on with the wind, but the tiny seed does not go as high as the others. Ooh, there it is. One seed drifts down onto the desert. It is hot and dry, and the seed cannot grow. Now the tiny seed is flying very low, but the wind pushes it on with the others. Kipsters, why do you think the seed can't grow in the desert? It has that soil there, but why can't it grow? What do the words say? It is hot and dry, and the seed cannot grow. Oh, and of the video, it said that plants need water to grow. If it's hot and dry, does it mean that there's water in the desert? Oh, no. Okay. Finally, the wind stops and the seeds fall gently down on the ground. A bird comes by and eats one seed. The tiny seed is not eaten. It is so small that the bird does not see it. Now it is winter. After their long trip, the seeds settle down. They look just as if they are going to sleep in the earth. Snow falls and covers them like a soft white blanket. A hungry mouse that also lives in the ground eats a seed for his lunch. But the tiny seed lies very still and the mouse does not see it. What happens to the seeds in the winter? Look where they go. Yeah, you're right. They go down into the soil. Now it is spring. After a few months, the snow has melted. It is really spring. Birds fly by, the sun shines, rain falls. The seeds grow so round and full, they start to burst open a little. Now they are not seeds anymore. They are plants. First, they send roots down into the earth. Then their little stems and leaves begin to grow up toward the sun and air. There is another plant that grows much faster than the new little plants. It is a big fat weed. And it takes all the sunlight and the rain away from the small new plants. And that little plant dies. The tiny seed hasn't begun to grow yet. It will be too late. Hurry! But finally, it too starts to grow into a plant. So here's the tiny seed right there. Yeah, that's the tiny seed right there. This plant over here is called a weed. And weeds are not good for your garden because they take up the sunlight and the air and the water from all the other plants that you want to grow. The warm weather also brings the children out to play. They too have been waiting for the sun in springtime. One child doesn't see the plants as he runs along and, he breaks one. Now it cannot grow anymore. The tiny plant that grew from the tiny seed is growing fast, but its neighbor grows even faster. Before the tiny plant has 3 leaves, the other plant has 7. And look, a bud, and now even a flower. But what is happening? First there are footsteps, then a shadow looms over, then a hand reaches down and breaks off the flower. There's the tiny seeds plant. A boy has picked the flower to give to a friend. It is summer. Now the tiny plant from the tiny seed is all alone. It grows on and on. It doesn't stop. The sun shines on it and rain waters it. It has many leaves. Let's count the leaves. Get ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It grows taller and taller. It is taller than the people. It is taller than the trees. It is taller than the houses. And now a flower grows on it. People come from far and near to look at this flower. It is the tallest flower they have ever seen. It is a giant flower. All summer long, the birds and bees and butterflies come visiting. They have never seen such a big and beautiful flower. Now it is autumn again. The days grow shorter, the nights grow cooler, and the wind carries yellow and red leaves past the flower. Some petals drop from the giant flower, and they sail along with the bright leaves over the land and down to the ground. The wind blows harder. The flower has lost almost all of its petals. It sways and bends from the wind, but the wind grows stronger and shakes the flower. Once more, the wind shakes the flower, and this time, the flower's seed pod comes open. Out come many tiny seeds that quickly sail far away into the wind. Kipsters, what do you think will happen to the seeds that are being blown away by the wind? Ooh, maybe. Let's find out. That was the last page. We can't find out. Maybe those seeds will land in the soil just like the tiny seed did and grow into a new flower. Okay, so first we're going to talk about what do plants need to grow? Think about what we learned from the video and what you learned from the book. Plants need sunlight. Plants need air. Plants need water, and this can come from the rain or it can come from a person using a watering can. And plants need soil to grow. I am going to plant both of these seeds right here for you. So you can do this at home too if you want, if you have seeds and if you have soil. All you need is a little pot, or you can even use a cup. You just have to make sure that there's a little hole in the bottom so that if there's water that needs to come out, it can come out from the bottom. So plants need soil. So I have a big bag here of soil, and I'm going to use my shovel to get some soil out. And I'm going to fill the pot. Ooh, I'm going to fill the pot with soil. Just like that. And I'm going to fill it almost to the top. And I'm making a little bit of a mess, but that's okay. A little bit more. There we go. I'm going to put soil in both of my pots because I have two different seeds to plant today. I have that seed that kind of looks like a bean that's round and hard. And then I have a seed that's long and small. Kind of looks like, I don't even know, not even a seed at all. Okay, so I have two pots with soil. Seeds need soil, plants need soil to grow. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my seeds, I'm gonna put these little hard ones in the blue pot, and I'm going to push them down a little bit into the soil. Not all the way down, just a little bit. I'm gonna spread them out because the video told me that plants need space, so I'm not all gonna put them in the same spot. Put one over here. Put the last one right there. Okay, and then I'm gonna move the soil around on the top a little bit so I know that there's soil on top of the seeds. In the purple pot, I'm gonna put these little tiny seeds, and I'm gonna make sure I give them space again. So I'm not gonna put all the seeds in one spot. I'm gonna spread them out a little bit and then make sure that I cover them. Two more. Okay. Okay, so my seeds are underneath the soil. Now, I need to give them water. I have my watering can right here. I'm gonna start with my blue cup. Now, I have a little tray underneath so that if I put too much water in the pot, it'll come out from the holes and there won't be too much water. I'm gonna put some water on my seeds. Ooh. They are gonna start to soak under that soil. And once they soak, they're gonna break open up, and then the roots are gonna go down and the shoots are gonna come up, and we're gonna check in on these pots next week, okay? Because the seeds don't grow like super fast. We have to give them a little bit of time. So we're gonna give these guys some time. I'm actually gonna go put them in the sunlight by my window because we learned that plants need sun, don't we? Okay, so what I want you to do at home is I want you to make a little poster about what do plants need to grow. And it can look something like this. You can write at the top, what do plants need to grow by Jeremiah, by Dalen, by Kennedy. And if you want, you can pause it. Oops. You can pause it on this slide so that you can draw and you won't forget about all the things that plants need to grow. They need sun, they need soil, they need air, and they need water. Kipsters, I can't wait to keep learning with you about plants and seeds, and I can't wait for our seeds that we just planted to start to grow. I will see you tomorrow.